My name is Tatyana and I teach at Down Under Yoga. Today we're going to cover myofascial release targeted for runners, but honestly any athlete can benefit from doing this work. This is not only great for recovery, it's also great for optimal performance because you will loosen up all the tissue that encompasses your muscles so that your muscles can glide with more ease. They'll have more nutrients from better circulation and better hydration. So this is my preferred tool. I'll put in the show notes where you can purchase these. But if you have a tennis ball, foam roller, lacrosse ball, you can use them. But as we get going, I'll explain why I like these the best. So as you can imagine, for runners, feet is number one. So we're going to start right there. So using one ball, 1 foot at a time is best. Start by placing the ball just under the ball mount of your foot. With the heel on the floor, start to go across the fibers of your toe mounts. And you're just going across, shearing the fibers. This should feel really nice. Once you've got that, you can do a gentle flush going up and down along the long bones in your foot. This is a really nice way to bring circulation to the area, to stimulate the tissue, to create a little bit of warmth through the friction, and warmth creates more liquidity in your fascia. And then shift the ball underneath your heel. I'll turn sideways so you can see. And then just do a little bit of gentle compression by hinging in the hips and the knees, adding more pressure. There's a really nice spot here in your plantar fascia that can get targeted and released. After a few of these, and feel free to do any of this longer as long as it feels nice for you, place the roller underneath the center of your foot. We'll target the inner arch and start to glide it from the center to the inner arch. Almost like you're squishing jelly from a donut. That's the type of feeling that's happening, and that really gets that nice plantar fascia nice and stimulated and hopefully less tense as you prepare for your run. So this might be something you do before your run as a quick warm-up for your feet to just get everything more loose, more mobile. And then once you've done that inner arch, you can do the same thing for the outer arch of the foot. And then go ahead, you'll switch to your second foot. And you can do this by following along with me. And of course, like I mentioned, if at any point you want to stop and do this for longer, go ahead. You can pause the video, target an area of interest a little bit longer, and then move along to the next part. And myofascia, in case you're not familiar with it, it's this netting or webbing, almost like a stocking that envelops your muscles. It lives right below your skin, but it also envelops every single muscle fiber and the bundles and your organs. It's literally everywhere in our bodies. So why we want to have the fascia more loose and more glidey is because when the fascia is dry, it adheres. It adheres to your tissues, adheres to your muscles, and prevents the muscle from working. Almost like if you think of saran wrap, when it's dry, kind of gets stuck and crinkly. And when you add water to the saran wrap, it glides. So that's what we're doing when we do this work. We're almost hydrating the fascia so it has more glide. Throughout this work, it's really important to breathe. So let's together take a nice breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. And then do that again, in through the nose and out through the mouth. Good. And if anything becomes to feel really, really nice and you want to make some little sounds, Feel free, you're at the leisure of your house, so you can make whatever noises that feel good. All right, so that's it for the feet. Let's move from there. We're gonna target the calves and the hamstrings next. For this, it might be nice to have a blanket underneath your knees or your ankles. So I'm gonna place it kind of in between and tuck the balls right in the center of your calf muscles. You can do both at the same time here. And then once you've got it set up, you'll feel that compression. And it's almost like you're making a sandwich between your hamstrings and the calves. Once you kind of know that you're okay, you can start to make little side-to-side movements with the pelvis. Now, the reason I really like these soft balls is because the soft balls allow your body to relax. The nervous system needs to be relaxed for this to work. When you use harder tools like tennis balls, lacrosse balls, your nervous system can get tense in response to that. The skin feels the hardness and it might, instead of relaxing, like resist. When you resist, you're not going to be able to have the best results. That's why these soft tools are really the preferred way to go. So once you've got the center, then you can move closer to the knee space. And again, kind of gently ease yourself in. You are in charge, so you can control how much pressure you put. And you might feel really, really warm. As I'm doing this, I'm feeling my body get warmer. So that means I'm improving my circulation already just from this work. And circulation is important because A, you're bringing oxygen to your tissues, and you're bringing heat to the tissues, which with the heat, the chemistry of your fascia becomes more glidey. And then you can do one more spot closer to your ankle. And again, you can go a little side to side or just sit and relax. And again, really important to pay attention to the breath. So in through the nose and out through the mouth. All right, any of those three spots, feel free to linger. Pause the video. Otherwise, we are moving on to the TFL. This is a spot where your leg and your pelvis come together. So you can be side lying for this. Place the ball right at that spot on the side. It's a small sliver of a muscle, but gets really, really tight, I think, in runners. And all I'm doing is I'm resting my body weight. I have my forearm here for support. And just gently moving across the upper thigh. Don't forget to breathe. Once you've targeted this area, then you can continue and do some more along the whole IT band. You can decide how it's comfortable for you. You can move a little bit up and down, almost like you would with a foam roller. And then if you find any area that feels particularly tight, like I found a tight spot here, you can just pause and hold and compress for a little bit longer. I'm going to quickly do my second side so you can follow along. And again, once you got yourself set up, you can use your other hand, your other leg to lessen the pressure. And you want the pressure to be just right. How do you know it's just right? You watch the breath. So as long as the breath is slow and steady, you can take a full inhale, a full exhale, then you know the pressure is just right. And then again, on this side, I'm going to slide to the IT band, give it a little bit of attention. So you can do a quick session like this before you go out for your training run. You can do a longer session when you're in the recovery part. So maybe the next day or maybe right after your run. It's going to be a personal choice and preference. But short sessions of any of these parts are going to be really nice to get everything moving optimally for your performance. All right, we're moving on to the quads. So for the quads, we can do both at the same time. I have brought 2 of my tools, but if you have one, then you can always do one at a time. So for this one, come on down onto the front of your body, and starting at the top of the thighs, allow the rollers to just land. You can come all the way down to the floor. So nice. You can add a little bit of gentle rocking side to side. Now to get really at the tissue, you can reach and lengthen one leg at a time, creating almost like a tugging sensation. And again, the breath will tell you if you are doing too much. You can also bend the knees and gently sway your feet side to side. After you've targeted the upper quads, shift the rollers down maybe an inch or 2, and you'll do exactly the same things. First, you'll arrive. You can rock a little side to side. You can lengthen one leg at a time. Keep your tailbone nice and long, so as you raise the leg, this won't go into your low back. You can also bend the knees, gently swish side to side. Keeping the breath going slow and steady. Feel free to pause and linger in any one of these spots. I'm going to slide the roller down one more level closer to the knee. And again, repeat the process. Ease myself in, rock a little side to side. Now here I'm showing you 2 legs at a time, but you can also do this one leg at a time. And with one leg at a time, it will be slightly more targeted. Again, extend and lift. As you get closer to the knee, you can reach through the knee directly as opposed to your whole straight leg. And then you'll notice different sensations with the knee bent or your leg straight. And then again, you can do that gentle windshield wiper with the knee bent, rocking your shin side to side. This is a great spot to make some sighs. It feels so nice. And I'm sure after a run, this will feel really, really good for recovery. Okay, so feel free to linger here. I'm going to show you our next exercise. So now we'll go to the glutes, also big workers for your run. So for this position, you'll come down onto your back and place one foot into a figure 4. The leg that's in figure 4, that's the glute you're going to target. So you can lift that side of the pelvis, place it on the roller, and then with your other leg, you're kind of driving the hip and the glute fibers over the roller ball. And this is a nice place to kind of explore which areas of the glutes are tight. You can slide the roller in different positions. And this is really nice because I'm fully controlling how much pressure, how much of my body weight I can put on the roller. And remember, the nervous system is key. So we want the nervous system to feel completely relaxed. You want to be in your parasympathetic mode, which is your rest mode. And this is, again, why the soft roller is nice, because I'm not making my tissue react. I'm not tensing it. It's so nice and soft. It's like a little massage. And the breath is flowing slow and steady. And that's another signal to your nervous system that all is well. You don't need to be ready to run at this moment. Right now is your time to rest and recover. And then you can spend, a very, very long time here. Let's go ahead and we'll switch to the second side. I realize the roller will be out of view, but you know what's happening on the other side. But this gives you a nice idea of what's happening with the leg that's not being massaged. And again, really pay attention to the breath. So the breath is the ruler. The breath is really your guide for how much to do. If at any point you feel like you're holding the breath, that means you're just making your body work too hard and you're gonna not get the best results. You want the body to be nice and relaxed. And then play again with the position of the roller. And I'm still going across the fibers in different angles, different directions. If at any point you find a spot that feels really tender and could use a little bit extra attention, you can just pause and hold. You can shift more weight onto the roller tool. Stay for a nice breath in. And a breath out. And then when you feel complete, just come off your roller. Okay, so we've really targeted the main actors for your run, but let's also not forget the upper body. So the upper body is just as important. You're doing a lot of movement with your arms and shoulders, and that can also get tight. So a couple options here. You can do a little bit of release for your pec, and this you can do sitting or standing. Just take the roller and massage the pectoralis muscle. This is between your sternum and your armpit. You can make nice little rolling motions. This is the easiest to do with your hand. You can also do this on the floor, but on the floor will be a little bit more intense. Other option is to do this against the wall. You can pin the roller and your pectoralis at the wall and apply a little bit more pressure that way. So because I'm wearing a mic, it's going to be hard for me to do my left side, so I'll do my right side twice, but you can make sure that you switch to your left side. And again, don't forget to breathe. Slow breath in. Let it go. Good. While we're here, it might be nice to also get a little bit at the deltoid so that your shoulders can be nice and relaxed as you swing the arms for your run, and make sure you get the second side. All right, next we'll target the rhomboids. The rhomboids are right between your shoulder blades, again, helping your shoulders have that nice glide. So you can tuck 2 rollers right underneath the shoulder blades, right in between them. And then you can use a blanket or a pillow to create a little bit of lift for your head. So I would add, once you're on your back, I would slide in 1 roller at a time on either side, and I'm placing them right in between my shoulder blades. And then you can also catch the back of the head, letting the elbows open to the sides, and then add a little bit of movement side to side. With your elbows cradling your head, you can also do gentle core lifts, and that will target the rhomboids as they start to move over the rollers. You can also keep the head down and just work the elbows in and out. Or you can also just relax and lie down and just enjoy the pressure of the rollers right in between the shoulder blades, releasing those muscles. And again, maybe a little bit of rolling up and down. All right, so great place, again, to linger for as long as you want, but just a little touch is great. And last but not least, you can place the roller just at the base of the skull, right at the occipital ridge where the neck and the head come together. And just for a little gentle neck traction as a nice way to end your rolling session. The neck muscles can also be tense. And you can gently roll your head side to side. You can also just rest here for a few breaths. Let's take 3 breaths together to end this rolling session. Take a breath through your nose, out through the mouth. One more time, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Last time, inhale. Let it all go as you exhale. When you're ready to move on, I would recommend slowly coming onto one side and just give yourself one little pause, resting on the side. And then when you're ready to begin your training session or move on with the rest of your day, go ahead and you can get up and go. So I hope this was helpful for you. Of course, feel free to comment with any questions. We'll try to respond back. And again, in the show notes, I'll demonstrate or give you a link where you can purchase these amazing tools